Hey guys, I'm Jake. Welcome to our channel. So, the travel restrictions are finally gonna be lifted. I think in a matter of 1 or 2 months, and then the immigration process is gonna be on full swing. Now the big question in your mind is where to immigrate to, Canada or America? Well, let me tell you one thing. Immigration is a time consuming and money consuming process. So, it's better you take your decision wisely. To help you do that, in this video, I'm going to provide you 4 different factors related to immigration to Canada and US on the basis of which you would be able to make a clear decision. Also, make sure you watch this video till the end because in the end, I will provide you immigration statistics which will further clarify all your doubts whether you should immigrate to Canada or America. So, all of you skilled workers who are planning to immigrate, let me tell you that skills are the most important asset that you can have to find a good job in US or in Canada. On that note, I want to bring to your notice that this video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustrations, design, photography, video, web development, digital marketing, interior decoration, marketing management, you name it, and they have the courses. Skillshare classes include a combination of video lessons and a class project. It has classes to fit your schedule and skill level.
My personal favorite course right now is creative personal writing because for my work as a YouTuber, I need to write my own script, and for that this course is extremely beneficial. And guys, the good news is that for a limited period of time, I'll provide a link in the description. You click on that link and you can avail totally free membership of Skillshare premium membership. And even after that free membership is over, the monthly membership is merely $10, which is a great value for money. So I would highly suggest that check out Skillshare. The link is in the description. Alright guys, let's now quickly discuss those 4 important factors relevant to all skilled workers who are planning to immigrate. Number 1 is direct immigration pathway. Let me start with talking about USA first. In general, USA immigration is an employment-based immigration. And for that, job offer is mandatory, which means the only way to enter US immigration is through a work permit. So, if you're hoping to immigrate to US, you most definitely require a job offer to even start your process. Traditionally, most skilled workers begin their US immigration by obtaining H-1B visa. The H-1B is basically a temporary work visa. It allows the companies in the US to bring in foreign skilled workers to fill in required job position. The H-1B visa is valid for up to 3 years and there is a possibility of further extension as well. And during this time of 3 years, the H-1B visa holders, skilled workers, can apply for US green card or permanent resident status. Now, the flip side to applying for a green card is that it's not that simple. To apply for a green card, you need sponsorship from your employer. You cannot do it on your own. After gaining the work experience and sponsorship from your employer, you would be able to apply for green card application. But like I said, it's not easy. It is a very time consuming and long process, and it can take many years. On top of that, you will be always dependent on your employer. If anything goes wrong with your employer, then your dreams to get your green card goes for a toss. So all in all, your dream to achieve the US green card is always tied up with your employer unless you have a relative who sponsors you. In a nutshell, there is no direct immigration pathway to US. On the other hand, Canadian immigration system has a direct immigration pathway to Canada, and that is the express entry stream. In this, you don't need any job offer or any employer to sponsor you. You can directly immigrate to Canada through express entry purely on the basis of merit, your qualification and work experience. After filing your application for express entry, if you qualify and get the invitation to apply, within 6 to 9 months, you will get the permanent residency for Canada. So basically, after you receive your permanent residency for Canada, you are free to live in Canada anywhere you choose, in any province, and you can work in any company with any employer. Whereas in US, you are always tied up with the employer who sponsored you and got you the H-1B visa. You cannot even change your new job unless you find a new employer who is willing to sponsor you. So you are more or less always in that one position till you get your green card. So on the basis of the first factor, the direct immigration pathway, Canada immigration is definitely more streamlined and easier for skilled workers. Let's move on to our second factor, and that is spousal visa or partner visa. Let's talk about USA first. So if you are in the USA working on the H-1B visa and you want to bring in your spouse or your partner along with you, you will be facing a lot of challenges in that respect as well. On top of that, if your spouse or partner is with you in US and he or she also wants to work, then in that case, in the current scenario, the situation is very difficult. Even though the US visa category H4 enables the spouse or common law partners of a certain group of H-1B visa holders to work for a short term. However, the current Trump administration has been planning to dismantle that visa program for good. So basically, there is no guarantee that if there is any possibility for spousal employment beyond a short term. Meanwhile, Express Entry Stream for Canada allows the primary applicant to include all family members in the application. And once you get the PR, your entire family gets the PR. Along with that, they also get the right to work in Canada just like you. Furthermore, even if you are in Canada on a work permit, in that case also your spouse gets the right to apply for open work permit, and on the basis of that they can also work in Canada while you are here on work permit. So again, on the basis of this factor of spousal or partner visa, Canada immigration wins again. Let's now talk about the third important factor, which is very relevant for all skilled workers, and that is the multiple pathways of immigration. So we all know that Canada's Express Entry Stream and US H-1B visa are among the most popular immigration pathways. But what happens in case if somebody does not qualify in Express Entry, or if the CRS is going very high, like in current situation it is 476. So what happens in that case? And like I said, in case of US, it's only the H-1B visa, and that is also, first thing first, you need is a job offer or an employer who is willing to sponsor you. Otherwise you just cannot enter. Now the good news is that in case of Canada, there are multiple immigration pathways. In addition to express entry, there are more than 67 immigration plans. In fact, each and every province in Canada has its own individual nomination program, what we call the provincial nominee program or the PNPs. Like Alberta has AINP, Atlantic provinces has AIPP, then Quebec has its own immigration plan, British Columbia has its own immigration plan, Nova Scotia nominee program, Saskatchewan nominee program. There are just so many different immigration plans. If you do your research properly and match up your qualification and documents with any particular nominee program, you would definitely find a pathway to get Canadian permanent residency. Unfortunately, in case of US, there are not multiple immigration pathway. You are still stuck with the H-1B program. Only in case of few selected or specialized category, US also has a O visa program for people who specializes in or have extraordinary ability or achievement in the field of science, art, business, education, or athletics. So all in all, again, Canada wins with the multiple immigration pathways for skilled workers. Let's now talk about our fourth factor, and that is Canada welcomes international students with open arms. International student forms a big part of new immigrants which arrives either in US or in Canada. Now, Canada is one of the most popular destination for international students, and the reason for that is the availability of PGWP, that is the postgraduate work permit, which allows international students to gain work experience in Canada, and at the same time they can apply for permanent residency for Canada. So basically, even international students, after their studies are over, I think within a span of 2 years of getting their work experience here on PGWP, they can potentially become permanent resident. Whereas in US, in comparison to Canada, they still have to, after finishing their studies, wait for that H-1B visa, find an employer who will sponsor them, and then after that for many years keep waiting to get that green card. Whereas in Canada, even for students, the permanent residency pathway is extremely streamlined. USA also has a similar program for international students called OPT, the Optical Practical Training Program, which allows international students to work in US for up to 24 months after finishing their studies. But unfortunately, the recent government also in US is imposing more and more restrictions on this program as well to reduce competition for the American graduates. So on one hand, US is imposing more restrictions on international students, whereas Canada is trying to facilitate the submission of applications and PGWP for international students also, even in the middle of all this lockdown situation. Alright guys, so those are 4 important factors that are relevant for any skilled worker planning their immigration, and I'm sure your decision is clear about immigration. And it should be Canada, I believe. So let me now give you some statistics related to immigration which are going to further open up your eyes and solidify your decision. So let me start with the numbers first. The number of immigrants coming to Canada has been on the rise for the last couple of decades. Let me tell you the stats. Since the year 2015 to 2019, Canada's immigration rose by 26%, whereas the US immigration fell down by 7%. According to the Immigration Department's plan, in the year 2020, Canada is planning to take in 341,000 new permanent residents, and in the year 2021, another 350,000 new immigrants. So I'm sure you can find your slot in these numbers. Now let me tell you about US. As per various news sources, the US Immigration and Citizenship Services have been imposing more restrictions on the eligibility and qualifications to acquire the temporary work visa, that is the H-1B visa. These restrictions are making it more difficult to people or new immigrants to enter or stay in the US. And these restrictions are particularly detrimental to Indian workers who have worked and stayed in the US for many years, and they still are unable to get their green card. The approval rates for H-1B visa have declined significantly. Between 2018 and 2019, the rejection of H-1B visa have been the highest in the last decade. New immigrants are facing multiple barriers, not only administrative but financial as well. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services are increasing the rates or the fees by 83%. The refusal rate for H-1B visa has been increasing annually every year since 2015. In the year 2019, 24% H-1B visa applications have been denied. So keeping in mind all those 4 relevant factors that we developed and these immigration statistics, I think one thing is quite clear, that when you put in your time, efforts and money for 6 to 9 months, completing your application, getting all the documents, running around, and all those dreams, at the end of it you want that permanent residency. You don't want to be denied, you don't want to be rejected. So I believe I made my point very clear. I'm a permanent resident of Canada. I love this country, and I always tell everyone that this is the land of opportunity, one of the most beautiful places to live your life. So guys, I believe you also have a decision ready now based on the information provided in this video. Let me know what are your thoughts and opinions. If there is anything which I missed in the video, put it in the comment section. And if you like my video, kindly hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you get to watch more informational videos. See you guys next time. Till then, bye.